National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Bijan Robinson. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Falcons and the Bucs on Sunday night.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
First down, here's White. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. It's a gain of 3. They will run with White out of the shotgun. Now the ball comes loose, and the Falcons grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So that drove 4 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, they'll run to White. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Falcons at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high. Just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played all pretty well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll start the drive with a gift away. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
But they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. He completes it right side of lane. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Pulled in at the 24. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. He has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Saw the linebacker, Damone Clark, coming through with a stop.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
21-0 our score after one.
Falcons 21, Buccaneers 9.
Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Here's Wilson to throw. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Touchdown!
Jackson Smith and Jigbo.
23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. but you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Wilson now to throw on third down.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that officially a loss of 1.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Now Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. They run straight ahead here with White. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's White. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Last drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, You don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him.
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now some pointing up front and a flag down. This might just move them back 5.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Now Wilson on second down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
This is taken at the 10 and out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Michael Pittman, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. And then on Monday night, folks, you are in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Falcons. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Arnold Ebiketie make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it at around the 40. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And quickly, they get to the line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
He'll drop to throw.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
K'Lavon Chason from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Complete right side. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
A 24-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This is White on the screen. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards there on a Buccaneer 1st down.
A gain of 14. And a Buccaneer 1st down.
Here's Wilson. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try the right side here with White. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it won't leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Maybe in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
This will be just a 21-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, Does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They begin the drive with Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On second down, they'll run it here. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll run with Robinson.
And some strong running. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cooper.
Now look out, Amari Cooper.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Amari Cooper taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards.
And the Bucs are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Falcons ready to take over. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30.
They'll look to throw here.
And he's got Smith-Njigba. Touchdown, Falcons! Jackson Smith-Njigba with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Getting set to go again. We get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
It certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on the scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to be out of bounds runs, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll go up the middle with White. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Rashad White from 4 yards out. And the Bucs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Robinson on a give right side.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Bijan Robinson.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Falcons are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On first down, Wilson.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
On second down, here's Wilson.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative and most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
That is caught. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. To throw again is Wilson. Flush to his right. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw on target to Godwin here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Now Wilson on first down. It's grabbed over the middle by Wayne. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now 2nd and 5.
At the 20-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Falcons, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.